Boa tarde. Hi, my name is Mariana Occhiuzzi. I'm a musician, educator, researcher, and artist in health. I am from Argentina and I am also the director of Susurro de Colibrí, Hummingbird Whispered. Today, here from the Pacific Ocean in Chile, I want to say thank you to the organizers of this conference for allowing me to be here in a video format. And I also would like to say I'm sorry because I do not speak Portuguese, so I will be speaking in English, which is the more common language in international meetings, but I want to bring into this space all the voices from the languages from Spanish, Portuguese, Mapuche, Quechua, and all the wonderful languages that we speak in Latin America. Today, I will be sharing with you about the mapping of arts and health initiatives along Latin America. This is a progress report. By this time of the year, we expected to have a report full of numbers, statistics, and qualitative information to share. But we came up against one of the most common challenges that arts and health projects face: funding. And this is just one of many reasons why this mapping is important. Today, I will share with you why we are doing this mapping, as well as for what purpose, for whom, and how. The field of arts and health is growing globally, with increasingly complex theoretical frameworks and organizations that professionalize the work of artists joining forces to generate new knowledge and share experiences. It is becoming more and more common to see arts projects in hospitals, in public and private community and educational spaces. There is an abundance of papers about the valuable contribution that art makes to the health and well-being. Even the economic impact of incorporating initiatives of this kind has already been measured, along with creating social prescribing systems where doctors prescribe arts and nature instead of pills. In Latin America, by contrast, arts and health initiatives grow like wildflowers, without a predetermined order or theoretical frameworks to support them, and often without financial backing from anyone. Despite this apparent lack of order and with many, many challenges against them, these wild initiatives certainly respond in an organic and adaptive way to local needs that no one else is addressing. This is a strength in Latin America. The use of the arts to improve community health and well-being has existed since always and continues to be part of everyday life. Yet, despite this vitality, these initiatives are often made invisible, fragmented, undermined, and undervalued. And with the same speed in which they bloom, they also wither. We need to change this, and this is why this project exists, and probably this is why we all are here in this conference. We are here to make visible, to wave connections, and to nurture our growth. The objectives of this mapping are basically two: identify and analyze the components of the initiatives in Latin America, and to give visibility to those projects. In order to do that, we need to identify who is working. Where do we work on this? In which geographic and symbolic territories do we operate? With what resources? With what partnerships? For whom do we do this? How do we do it? Under what working conditions? And what are the real possibilities for long-term sustainability and growth? What impact do we have on the communities? What challenges do we face? And what successes do we celebrate? But the fundamental question is, why do we do this? Because we seek to make visible this Latin American ecosystem that we are already part of, even if we are not fully aware of it. Indeed, there are so many of us searching for similar things. We are like the forests and the jungles where the trees are connected beneath the earth, sharing a story and a great deal of creativity to survive and to face the future. How are we carrying out this mapping? In the beginning, we saw the need to build a small framework, theoretical framework. So we created a definition of arts, culture, and health so that people could feel identified and feel invited to share their stories and information. And I want to clarify this. This is only one definition of many possible ones. We believe that in the future it is essential to promote dialogue and bring this conversation to a broader collective to create a definition that makes sense for all and with all of us. Once people know this definition, we invite them to participate in two possible ways: by completing an online survey and or having an interview. This online survey is hosted on a Google Form platform, and this form is divided into two parts, big ones. The first one is a section where we ask for contact information for those who wish to be locatable, seen in the digital map we create. Then, general information about the project or projects in which they participate, which will later be anonymized to obtain statistics. You will have the opportunity to complete this service later. As you can see in the image, if you open the survey from your computer and you find that it is in Spanish, in the Spanish version, you only have to click on your mouse, in the right click on your mouse, and the options to translate the form into the language that you want will show up. The other method we use is interviews. They could be in person, virtually, or by phone to obtain more details and qualitative information. This mixed method approach is really necessary given the complexity of the region. For example, in some places, the internet is very poor, but people are very willing to talk and share about their projects by phone, even during 45 or 1 hour calls. Additionally, we always apply a snowball sampling strategy, meaning we ask initial contacts to refer other relevant people and organizations in the field, allowing us to organically expand the information network. How will we share the information we obtain? We will create a website to share every finding from the mapping project. On a dynamic digital map, you will be able to find those who have provided their contact information and want to promote their projects. On the other hand, the anonymous data provided will be returned in the form of graphs and narratives. As I mentioned before, the mass launch of this survey has been delayed due to funding adjustments. However, this period has allowed us to have a deeper immersion in the initial contacts and preparation phase. Far from being a setback, this has reinforced our hypothesis about the necessity of this mapping project. We are initiating interviews and conversations with 51 people and initiatives in 12 Latin American countries. They are providing us with invaluable data. This already allowed us to glimpse the incredible diversity that exists in the field of art and health and the desire and enthusiasm for this project. We hope to have that data to share with you very, very soon. For now, we invite you to complete the form and share it with all your contacts and networks in Latin America. Please help us to make sure that projects and artists from big cities and from the most remote towns are represented in our map, from Tierra del Fuego in Argentina all the way to Mexico. Let's capture the wonderful creative capacity of our Latin America, and let's connect and build bridges. You can access the survey with this QR code or look for it in our social media. When you open the survey in a cell phone, please press the three dots in the bottom, choose Translate, choose your language, and you are ready to respond. We hope that with this mapping project, we are contributing to a shift in perspective and consciousness. Let's make this feel a strong, interconnected, and undeniable source of creative solutions all over the planet, so everyone can enjoy art, culture, and nature as a source of well-being and inspiration. This should be for everybody, not just for the privileged ones. I hope you're enjoying this conference. Enjoy Rio de Janeiro, and I hope to see you again very soon. Ciao, ciao.